Welcome to BioBlitz 2013.
We're excited to be out here at BioBlitz today. We love to come out every year.
This has been an outstanding event. We've had quite a few young children here, as well as adults, couples, families. It's been a very good educational event for them, as well as my own family out here.
We get a lot of volunteers out here. These are usually people from the Texas A&M University, some of our faculty staff, some of our graduate students, and some of our industrious undergraduate students.
BioBlitz brings together young people and scientists and Texas A&M students for a 24-hour intensive inventory of the natural resources of Lake Creek Park. Biodiversity is very important. BioBlitz is about exploring, understanding, and documenting the diversity of life.
So this is a timber rattlesnake. It's one of the venomous snake species in Texas, and they're actually protected in the state of Texas. So because they are a threatened species. So if you see one, don't mess with it. So it's certainly not something you see every day. And seeing one in this park is really speaks a lot for how healthy this habitat still is.
Friends of Lake Creek Park is a community organization that was founded to increase the visibility and promote the conservation of Lake Creek Park. Our main activities are we put on a series of walk-talk combinations. Once a month we have expert on the biology of Lake Creek Park come and give a talk at the Brazos Valley Museum of Natural History on the second to the last Wednesday of every month.
So what we've done today is we brought some of our live animals from our discovery room that kind of allows the public to interact with some native and non-native species that we have at the museum. Like this girl here, this is Callie. She is a prairie king snake. And so we have snakes like her and then other live animals. And like I said, it's just an opportunity to interact with the public and get an opportunity to educate them about native and non-native species.
Hey, welcome to the fish tent for the BioBlitz 2013. We went out this morning and we sampled in the creek and we caught all these fish that you see in the tanks over here, and we're showing them to the kids and trying to get them to identify some of the species that live in the park.
This is my first Texas A&M Society for Conservation Biology BioBlitz. I'm out here as an active participant as well as a volunteer to not just learn about our local flora and fauna, but also to educate people about natural resources. Also a little bit about what we do with Texas Parks and Wildlife Department.
We collect bugs for a couple of days. We get a lot of neat live displays set up, and that's what's being taken down right now on this back table here. We show the public a lot of insect diversity, and they really like it because they get to see a lot of live insect diversity. And most of the local people that come out here already have some general familiarity with the local insects, so they have a lot of questions that we can answer for them. I believe this year we got 150 families, I'm told, which is probably higher than we've ever got before.
It's like watching a ball game, going to a ball game. They're two completely different things. You can learn about plants, names, and what they look like in books. But in nature, there's so much biodiversity and so much variation that you can just get it all in the textbook.
This is a great event for kids and families. They get to learn a lot about different animals and ecosystem, and they have a lot of cool hands-on experience. Like they're making casts of tracks of different mammals. They get to look at different plants and bugs and snakes.
We're making animal tracks, and we get the children to help us dampen it and make the mud, and they really enjoy it. A lot of them have one of the coyote and the deer especially. So
we went on a bat walk and we did find Mexican free-tailed bats, and then we also used traps. So we used, we don't have an example right now, but we used 150 Sherman traps, which are small metal boxes that catch small mice and rats. And then we used approximately 8 of these have-a-heart and tomahawk traps to catch larger mammals such as skunks and opossums.
Yeah, we also saw some bats last night. We saw an armadillo. We've seen some rabbits throughout the park.
Deer tracks.
We know there are many mice and rats here as well.
Last night for BioBlitz Bat Walk, we had a good crowd. We had a couple of kids come in with their parents and gave them kind of a little introduction with them pretending to be bats. They actually knew quite a bit more about bats than we expected. And so we went on a walk for about 20 minutes and using the ecolocator, pointing it up at the sky, and when we got to the bat houses, we actually saw quite a bit of bats, and the kids really loved it. They were really surprised that they were really small, that we could hear them, and how they dove in and out in the air, trying to catch insects.
We started last night on our owl talk. Kept looking for birds this morning. Got 72 different species. We also showed kids how to tell the different beaks apart from the birds and why those beaks are different, what type of foods they have. Great time. Look forward to doing it next year.
Currently running the plants booth at BioBlitz 2013. In our plant survey, we found over 100 species of plants that are found here in Lick Creek Park. And for the BioBlitz event itself, we're having the children come by and we're showing them some pictures of some wildflowers, common wildflowers found in Texas that they can color to their heart's delight. We also have several leaves here that they can then use to make a small leaf rubbing that they can then take with them. In addition to that, we have a tiny scavenger hunt to get people to look at plants throughout the park. Just small things, trying to find a white flower, a blue flower, but just anything to get them looking more at plants and so that they can appreciate it.
Since I've been a master naturalist, I've been doing it every year, and mainly to educate the public about environmental resources and concerns and how they can be involved in helping to ameliorate some of the environmental problems that we have. We especially try to reach out to children and promote getting kids outdoors as much as possible because it's so important.
I think Texas A&M Society for Conservation Biology, as well as the other groups participating, have done an excellent job setting this up. It's a very good way to spread the word, instill proper stewardship of our plant and animal species out here, and definitely something that we need to continue in the future. And I commend all the volunteers here. They've done an excellent job.
The only way they're going to really remember is to actually experience it by being in the park.
So the kids really enjoyed being part of little nature walks and little adventures that the trail had. Overall, I think it was a very successful